Hello everyone, I'm Robin with robinswreathery. Welcome. Make sure we got the volume turned down. I think we do. Why is it not showing up here? Oh. Well, there we go. I think we'll be able to find it now. There we go. Hello everyone and welcome. Sorry, we're just having a little trouble as usual. But I think we got it. There we go. All right. We're going to be working on one of our new items tonight, which is Welcome Witches. This is for our standing post. So let's go ahead and bring you down. And let's get started. Say hello when you're popping on. Let us know where you're watching from. Every time I go live, that's for sure. All right, so this is the back part. This is the longer piece that goes right here. So what we're going to do with this one, I already stained the back with the wax. And what we're going to do with this, I have this watercolor scrapbook paper that I got, I think, from Michael's. And it's all different colored watercolored. And I love the blue. The blue to me scream nighttime. So we're going to use the blue and we're going to use the orange. I already prepped this with Mod Podge. And what we're going to do is we are just going to iron this to the top. I already cut it. I might have to trim just a little bit. But hi Nanny Dot. But we're ironing it to the top. It reactivates the Mod Podge with the heat. And so it should stick okay. It's a good scrapbook paper. It's kind of thick, really. And I'm not worried about where I'm going to put my pieces. I know about where they go. If you didn't want to do this and you wanted to foil it or paint it, whatever, you have that option. So I'm just going to trim the excess. And if Marcia shows up, I'm not sure if she will, but I want everybody to keep her in your prayers. She's had a little bit of a setback, so we're hoping that she gets better real soon. So if you could just keep her in your prayers, that would be great. You could even use an X-Acto knife too to get this closer, which I should be able to do there. I could have just trimmed a little more off because this piece is going to cover it, but I think we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stain this and attach it. Actually, let's go ahead and do this next. As you can see, the welcome with the broom goes here, the witch leg goes there, and then the name goes down. I'm going to go ahead and do this so I can iron it and then shut that iron off so I don't burn myself. Hey Monica, how are you? What's the weather like in Texas? I missed all of you. It was a crazy week last week. we were having appliances delivered, and what a crazy week it has been. All right, so we're using the orange watercolor paper from this watercolor assortment of scrapbook paper. And we're going to iron that on there. Just make sure that we're good. We can trim a little bit off here. I swear my dogs know when it's time for me to go live, because he was not making any noise 5 minutes ago. My life is too crazy. I'm ready to get off the merry-go-round. Let me tell you. This is just too insane. Monica already did this set, and she did a beautiful job. Even though she'll say she didn't, I'll say she did. All right, let me just go ahead and do this again, just on the sides to make sure we have that. And then let's turn this off so I do not burn myself, because we almost had a house fire. It was like one for the books. I sold all of my old appliances, and we had someone buying my stove, and they wanted the hood vent too, because they matched. So my husband and I on Sunday went ahead and took the old one down. Hey, Nance! Took the old one down and put up the new one. And I said, you know what? We should just put a towel on top of the new stove so we don't get it dirty and we don't get it scratched. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, I don't know if you're aware, but all new appliances, well, most of them anyhow, have the knobs right here. Well, he leaned against one and tilted and accidentally turned one of the burners on. And the towel was sitting over the burner. And all of a sudden I started smelling smoke, and he grabbed the towel, which was on fire, threw it out the door, and thought it would be okay on the brick outside the door. Well, then it was right next to my store door where my open flag was, so that was going to start on fire. So I'm holding the hood vent and screaming to him that the fire is now outside the door. So he had to run, grab the towel, and throw it into the driveway, which it still continued to burn out on the driveway. So once I was able to put the hood vent down, I ran out and grabbed the hose and put the fire out. It was raining, but it wasn't raining enough to put the fire out. So please, I know our thing has a lock on it, but we can't figure out how to lock those knobs from turning. So, and that's the first thing I said to her. I don't know if I like this, because the knobs are right at the level that my grandkids can turn them on. And she said, you can lock them. Every time I try to lock it, it locks the oven door. It doesn't lock the knobs. So be aware. It's Crazyville over here. And they delivered the stove, or the refrigerator, and I went the next day and told them I didn't like it. I wanted them to come get it. And they allowed me to keep the old one, the new one that they had just sent me, and then they reordered the new one I wanted. So that's supposed to come tomorrow, I think. So it is just, I'm going to dip some of this off because I think I got too much there. Let me move this out of the way, your line of sight there. So And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? They're going to take our refrigerator, and I don't have a refrigerator now because I sold it. But they said, nope, you can keep that one till we get your new one in, which I thought was amazing customer service. But I almost caught the house on fire. All right, so what goes on here, this is the way it'll look. You have your witch, and she's going to sit down here. And you have your pumpkin. Now you can flip these around. I'm just putting them this way. And your little candy corn. And then you have the brim to her hat, which is also the hair. And then that completes that. Oh, he's got a mouth. And he's got a nose. And then you need to make your two eyes. So next, what will go up here is your bats. Now you already have a thing on there that shows you where the bats go. And you get another bat too that you could put on her hat if you want, but guess what? I lost it. I had a whole tray of 4 standing post sets that I knocked over yesterday, and everything went flying. So we're going to go ahead and paint our girl here. Now I will need my skin tone. And I did mention earlier, and I'm going to mention it again. I don't know if Marsha will be able to pop on, but I want everybody to keep her in your prayers. She's having a really rough time. I just kind of want to see where that ends up. So please. I had a pencil over here. I do. I'm just going to draw a light line so I know where to stay below with this paint. How's your arm, Nancy? You doing good? And how's Nanny Dot doing? I might want to go back over this because this looks a little light to me. We'll see how it goes. When I get this paint, this skin tone paint at Michael's, I'm using an angle brush because with that I have a little more control over where I can get close to the line and not go over. Make sure that isn't in your line of sight. I think it is. Let's move this and this. And I'm glad to report, oh, that's great, Annie Dot. Wyatt's doing much better. He actually had an anal gland that exploded, and that's what was going on with him. For 2 weeks, he did nothing but cry. And he's much better. So I'm painting the hat purple. So I'm happy to report that once we got that opened up, put him on an antibiotic. Took a while to figure out what was going on because he wasn't showing any outward signs. So, oh, I hope, Nance. I just think the purple will look better against the darker blue background. That's why I'm painting it purple. And I think we'll go. And let's see, what do I want to paint her dress? Let's try a green. It's just amazing how many people are having trouble right now. Like, there's just so many things going on. Has anybody heard from Andrea? Is she over her COVID yet? Hopefully. All right, let's let that dry. And then we'll go ahead and paint our candy corn. You know how much I love candy corn. Now I'm going to do orange on the bottom, and I think it's usually white on the bottom. But I'm going to do it that way. Got the chisel end on here, and I'm trying not to mix it with yellow. Then we want to paint our ghost white. Or you could paint them whatever color you want. Get that set up, and then I'll do the back. Then we're going to do our moon yellow. Thought that'd be a nice look against the blue. Nice full moon. Could paint it white too if you wanted. Or we could even put some white on it. Then we're going to do our little bats. Excuse me. And we added the little lines here to show you where they can go. If you want to do yours differently, you can always turn this over and put them wherever you want. So you have two options. Is everybody getting the sound okay? Just want to check. Now we're going to go ahead and do our pumpkin. We're going to do that. Try it with a lighter orange. Going to do the mouth black. going to try and put these right there. That's his eyes. Go. Now let's do some gluing here. I've been using these a lot. I got these at Dollar Tree, and they're really good for holding something in place and clamping it down when it's not sliding all over the place. There we go. There. Probably didn't need to put all that glue on it. I only need to put like where it's going to attach to. Come on. Okay. We'll go ahead and put his nose and mouth on here. He's a cute little pumpkin. There he is. All right, since we're going to probably see the back side of this, we're just going to go ahead and paint this too. I love the way that Monica did hers. She had a lot of glitter going on. Now I want to decorate this, so see if this is a fine point. Well, guess we won't know until we try. Okay. We're going to glue the top here. I think it looked fine. I don't think it needed any touch-ups. But I understand if you want to change it. Okay, that I'm going to put right there. And then my pumpkin is going to go there. But before I put that on, I think I'm going to go ahead and do her face. So I need my black fine point. That's not fine point. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Okay. So what I want to do first, I'm going to give her a little bit of rouge. I'll say that right here. There we go. Now we're going to put a little dot so it gives it a little definition there. Then we're going to go ahead and give her 2 eyes. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put a little eyebrow on there. But I think we can, excuse me, glue the pumpkin on. So let's go ahead and put that in place. Now, I want to get a little bit of shadowing going on here. So again, I'm going to use my oil pastels. And I'm just going to put some on there like that, and then go back and rub it. So see, it kind of gives it a little dimension there. A big one of this witch. You please tell everybody you only do that when I go live. Blaze. Ay, ay, ay. And then let's just kind of put some just around there. And then we're just rubbing it off so we get that shadow going on. You see how that kind of looks? Now, because we have a darker one here, I'm going to go ahead and give the pumpkin a little definition too. And we're going to give her hair a little. There we go. Yeah, it just gives it a little shadow. think we'll just like throw that in there. That's good. Now, let's go ahead and give her some eyebrows. There we go. There she is. Now, before I put this on here, we're going to do a little bit of splattering. Now for that, we're going to need a little white paint, a little bit of acrylic. Going to need the acrylic. Oh, there you go. That sounds like an awesome idea. Thanks for the idea, Nance. Let's see what I can do. I wanted to get a little water in here. I want to dab some of it off. Didn't want to get it all over that, but guess what? It's all over that already. Oh well. And if I wipe, well, let's go ahead and wipe. It'll look like falling stars. All right. So this is going to go up here. And that's going to go up there. Oh. The eyeballs for the bats. And you know what? Just in case, we're going to paint that. The edge of the bats hanging over. I doubt anybody will be able to see them. But just wanted her eyes a little bit bigger. Let's go ahead and can't get that in there. This one may be able to. There we go. Or my clothespins. Found that if I don't get it firmly in place, then I have issues. So I'm trying to use little clamps. Maybe that will work. There we go. All right. So the next one we're going to start on is the longer piece. Actually, I think I want my ghost to go that way. So where is my big one? Standing up. Just put another coat on there. Now him, I kind of want him to look a little shiny. So, well, there is right where you left it. Hey, no problem. How are you, Tiff? No problem. All right, so for him, first off, let's give him some rosy cheeks. And then let's rub them in. Yeah. This is running a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and paint it with our unicorn spit, the one with the glitter. Except I'm not going to paint his eyes just yet here because of that. Just to get like a sheen on him. Okay. When that dries, I have a little necktie for him. So that's going to go on him when he's dry. So let's go ahead and finish this up. Now we've got Welcome Witches, and we've got the boot. So the welcome goes on here, and then witches gets spelled down. So let's go ahead and paint this black. Now this is a little delicate, so you really need to be careful with this one until you get it glued down. Then you should be good. It's a little fragile-y. Kind of cute. It has a broom on the end. Now we'll do that brown. No problem. We get it. Now that may not look good against that, and it doesn't, so let's just wipe that. Let's see if we can get a little yellow in there. Let's see how that looks against the orange. That looks pretty good. Looks better than that color did. And then you're just going to be spelling witches down the side here. And it's already marked on the bottom, but because I went ahead and I covered it with the paper, I can't really see where it was. So take note of it before you lay your stuff down. We'll put that up there a little more. I'm thinking maybe purple. for the witches lettering. Thank you. Rachel, just make sure we need prayers for Marcia. So if everybody wouldn't mind saying an extra prayer for Marcia tonight, I'd really appreciate it. And still for Nancy, and still for Nanny Dot. I gotta get everybody better. I think it'll just be easier to color these with them already in place. So that's why we're doing this. Now, just holding them in place. Actually, that can go there, and that can go there. All right, I think I can put his little necktie on. There we go. Now for the butte, I think we're going to do black on the bottom. Man, this is really coming out. It's not supposed to. Need my gold comes out. Yes. Then I think I'm gonna do, let's see, I don't want orange, I want it's not showing up so good. Let's see if this one will. Nope, that isn't open yet. Just looking for a fine point orange one, but I don't have one, so maybe I'll just do white and purple. Yeah, it's got a thinner point. That'll work. There we go. Okay, this should be dry now. Thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and color all these letters purple. And then we will be done. And the kiddos are back to school, so we can take out the back to school one. And if you're interested, the video for that is on YouTube. I really like how that one turned out because we took advantage of using all those wiggly eyes on the book and the 1, 2, 3 and the ABC. I love how that one turned out. I may just splatter that, but I need something like that. That way. Might as well splatter the whole. There we go. Just like that. And then we will glue our welcome and our boot. Remember, if you get too much on, just blot it before you put it in place. There we go. Yeah, we need a clip. There we go. And use a little bit of this. I'm hoping to touch base with Marcia tomorrow and just see how she's making out. I'm pretty sure she's in the hospital. I can't imagine that they would let her home with all that going on. Okay, we are done. Let's just clean up here so you guys can see. Just be careful because some of these, the caps don't snap on very well, so you really have to, like that, go back and snap them on. Now, I could even go back and put some resin on some of this. All right, so here is our back to school one. So let's punch that out. Punch it out. That's the one that I took off the paper and I went back and added composition paper because I really think that looked really good. It just gave like a notebook look to it. But see, all our ABCs and 1, 2, 3 and the little book have the little wiggly eyes. And then we'll take our apple from there. Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and put our witch up here. I don't know. I may go back and put some glitter on her too. The unicorn spit. Just a clear glitter paint. Trying to get this through the paper. I had to punch a hole. So, go that way. Now the standing post is sold separately. This goes in here. There we go. And our ghost goes down here. And there we are. Isn't that cute? I think that's a really cute one. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to do next. Do you want me to do a Christmas one on Wednesday, or do you want me to do a fall? What's your flavor? I will do whatever you want to see next. We have this for fall. We have it, oh, thanks, Dang Dot. We have it for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then we have Christmas tags. We have, oh, we have our gingerbread girl, which I was going to save that for another month. I mean, I could list her if you would prefer me to do that. And then I thought this would be really cute. Fall, you got it. This is from Dollar Tree. They have these little purple bats. And I thought, wouldn't this be cute to decorate this, your standing post, with lights? This is all wired. And of course, there we go. Wouldn't this look cute? I like to put a little spider web on it, and then put these lights around it. And there's just enough to do this. Look at that. Just enough to go from one side to the next. I don't have batteries in it, but you could stick your little battery pack back here. I think that would be cute. You guys added lights to yours? Let me go ahead and pull this up. Am I still live? Because the phone is showing me not moving. You want a big Mrs. Okay, like the... Alright, so big Mrs. Scarecrow. Same size as the Mr. Scarecrow. They're about this big. I'll make them the same size so everything works. But you got plenty of room to attach this back here. In fact, this is black, so it disguises it. And then you could just kind of put a little spider web on it and then put that around it. In and out of the spider web. Wouldn't that look cute? I think that would look cute. All right, I will work. Okay, you got it. I will work on a Mrs. Scarecrow. You got it. I can't wait to do some of the Christmas ones too. Oh, look. We had these the other week. You could put these bones and lay them around it. You could even wrap a bone in between. These came from the Dollar Tree too. They're just glitter bones. I think they're like styrofoam. Actually a little harder. But I think that would look cute. All right. We are done, ladies, for tonight. I hope to be here on Wednesday, providing we don't have another issue like last week. Let's hope not. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I'll lean it up. I think you can see it better when it's leaning. Yeah, my phone is totally stopped. It's still counting, and my screens are showing I'm still moving, so we will see. How about I pull it up closer for you? Does that help? I wonder if I zoomed in for you. I can't zoom in because it's not showing me that it's working. So, it is what it is, I guess. I think it turned out good. All right, keep sending me those pictures of what you guys do. And I bought these too. These were the candy corn lights. They're just all orange. There's no yellow on them. So I don't know why they have yellow on the label. It does say orange, but it makes it look like it's candy corn on the front, but it's not. So, all right, you all have a great evening. Thank you again. I hope to see you on Wednesday.